What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 10 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. We are once again using the Groudon team that we've had some pretty big ups and downs with so far. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that we can continue the success with it today. So looking at my opponent's first team, it is going to be a Groudon team of their own. It is Groudon, Whimsicott, Incineroar, Regieleki with Venusaur and Entei. So I really like Groudon, Urshifu, Tapu Fini, and Ditto. The main question really is going to be what order. I'm going to, let's try leading Ditto. I'm going to lead Ditto with, actually, no. Let's do Tapu Fini, Groudon with Ditto and Urshifu. I'm hoping that you don't bring Venusaur. If you don't bring Venusaur and Aleki, Fini is in an incredible spot. Even without a water move, it still has so much pressure onto enough of this team. So the question is, like, I feel like you're not going to bring Aleki, right? Like, you have no reason to even consider it. I have no reason to consider bringing, what's it called? Okay, so we're going to see Groudon Wimmy. Groudon Wimmy is great. We do have access to, what's it called? We can just go for a Precipice Blades as well as a Grass Knot. I don't really see any reason to not play very offensively versus this Groudon, and that hopefully will pay off. Yeah, we can just go straight on the offense with this. Go for a Grass Knot. Yeah, let's just Grass Knot here for big damage, and then go for a Precipice Blades. And I think that should be enough for a knockout onto most Groudon. Depending on the set, you could Swords Dance, which would be no fun. P-Blade's going to come out. They are going to unfortunately miss Fini. And let's see how much this does onto me. That does not that much. Grass Knot going to come out here for over half. So that's a really offensive Groudon. We are going to see White Herb. Oh, Weakness Policy. Weakness Policy is scary. No lie. As we do double connect with Precipice Blade. So this should pick up a KO. Perfect. Okay. That's great for us because that means that we don't have to deal with that damage. Whimsicott will have a Sash broken, which means that Heat Crash is going to be able to do a ton of work there. We are going to see Venusaur, so a little bit scary, but not the end of the world. I think, what? You're going to have a Grass move. I'm going to say you're going to attack into Groudon. I'm going to Nature's Madness here and go for a Protect. We do have Urshifu, so I think Urshifu should be able to pick up a KO. As we will see Incin come out, this would be a really nice opportunity to have a White Herb. Instead, I have a Mental Herb. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We're going to switch out Groudon. Protect going to come out. And what? Let's see. Sleep Powder. I should have just attacked. Nice. So knowing that they're going for a Sleep Powder, I'm going to bring out Urshifu and go for a Precipice Blades. Or no. I'm not going to bring out Urshifu. I'm going to bring out Ditto because I want to copy you, and I want to go for the P-Blades. Incin is now the bigger threat. We do have access, like I said, to Urshifu, so that's great. I think my opponent, I'm hoping my opponent forgot about how terrain works, because I could have just attacked. Because I don't have anything that flies, so it's not like the terrain would go away. I can't reset it. I don't know what they were going for. I mean, people forget how the terrain works. We are going to see a fake out in a Groudon. That's fine. Giga Drain going to come out from the Venusaur. Groudon, unfortunately, going to go down here, but that's fine. Sunlight should be ending soon, and we can bring out... Yeah, we can bring out Urshifu here. We have a free Flare Blitz into the Venusaur slot, because there still is terrain, as well as a close combat into Incin. So we have, yeah, free Flare Blitz here, and a free close combat here. I can't see Venusaur KOing Urshifu, and that should let me wrap up. That should be, yeah, that should be fine. We have just so much offensive pressure at this point. We will be able to KO. Yep. Okay, so you're going to sacrifice your Wimmy, which makes sense, but at the same time, yeah, you're sacrificing. Oh! What? Is that max speed Ensign? Okay, new information has been revealed. Apparently, that was a max speed Incineroar. So we'll get close combat for good chip. Good chip. That's actually really good, considering the fact that it's not very effective. Bandit Urshifu is stupid. Flare Blitz gonna come out onto Wimmy. That's an easy KO there. Wait. Where's Scarf Urshifu? Do they have a tail? Oh, they had a Tailwind. I totally forgot about their Tailwind. I think we're still good. I want to preserve Urshifu for the end game. Close combat, I think we'll be fine. Let's try and just Flare Blitz into Venusaur. Let's Flare Blitz here and swap out into Feeny. Feeny, I think, it is poised for the end game, right? We will be able to beat Venusaur. Yeah, we can beat Venusaur easily with Urshifu. Yeah, because, okay, that's fine. Let's see. We get the... You should fake out into Ensign. Yep, fake out into Ensign. And Giga Drain, yep, onto the Feeny slot. We should take that. We take that well. We can now... What? The sun should... Yep, okay, Sunlight fades. We can now go for a Flare Blitz onto Venusaur and a Protect. Yeah, we should be able to Flare Blitz Protect. You can now go for Sleep Powder, but we are Scarfed. So I'm going to go for this as well as... I'm going to Protect Feeny. Yeah, because this is a question of how fast is your Venusaur. Venusaur can outspeed a Lecky, so there is a chance that you're faster and can go for a Sleep Powder onto Ensign, which would put me in a really bad spot. We are potentially like wasting a turn if you pull that off, and then you could like parting shot the Ensign. We are going to see the Protect. The big question, you should be faster. You could just go for another Giga Drain. No, okay, you're not. Perfect. That's going to let me get off a Flare Blitz onto this Venusaur. Venusaur is going to survive, unfortunately, but we have Sucker Punch. We have Sucker Punch on Urshifu. Urshifu is also just like faster. So, you know, that's always nice. And that should wrap up this game. Yeah, Feeny can beat Ensign. We saw that the Venusaur is slower, so we should be faster with Urshifu. We don't actually know that. We don't know how fast they are. I could Sucker Punch to play it safe. This is a risky play. This is a potential throw. Because if Moonblast doesn't KO... Let's think about this, right? If Moonblast doesn't KO, we're locked into close combat. But I think it's still fine. Because Feeny still has other moves. And 2 close combats should be enough to KO Venusaur. We will just get the close combat off into Ensign. Ensign is obviously... There's just 0 chance of it living that one. And now the question is... no, because you're going to get off a Giga Drain. Yep, Giga Drain onto the Feeny. Feeny should live. Yep, 12 is more than 0. I'll take that. And then let's see how... Yeah, looking at the range of how much you recovered, the Moonblast close combat should be more than enough to pick up the KO as... Oh yeah, easily. You're back in red. So glad we were able to close that one out. I think the Groudon was super scary, but being able to have a pretty easy KO onto it turn 1 was important. I mean, like, looking at how the match played out, it is... No, I don't think it's a big deal that they missed the Precipice Blades, because of the fact that even without Feeny, we did almost half into Venusaur with close combat, so we were fine in that regard, but still a very good first battle. I'm glad we were able to pull it through. I'm glad we were able to use some of the less annoying modes of the team. We still have full degeneracy as an option, and I'm sure as time goes on we will slowly approach that. But like I said, really good first battle, and let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. Alright, battle number 2, and it is going to be Calyrex. It is Calyrex Whimsicott with Incin, Tyranitar, Rillaboom, and Tapu Fini. I like Chansey, I like Ditto, I like Groudon, I like Urshifu. Yeah. Let's do Groudon, Chansey with Ditto and Urshifu. Tapu Fini... Fini probably not going to do too much. Shedinja is tempting, but we do have to be a little bit wary of Groudon. I'm going to go with these 4, unless I had safety goggles on Shedinja the whole time, but I don't. I also would never do that. That's so silly to plan for something. Unless you're like, surprise, it's Sand Shedinja. But okay, sorry, I'm digressing. We are going to see what? So Calyrex I don't think is too much of an issue, just because Urshifu can take it, so can Chansey. We do have to obviously worry about Tailwind, because that can really put you in a better position, as we are going to see Wimmy next to Calyrex. So I'm fine just to go for a, what's it called? A Heat Crash. I could Heat Crash, swap into... Heat Crash, swap into, what's it called? Into Urshifu seems... No, I don't think it's necessary. I want to Heat Crash on the Calyrex, and I'm just going to go for a Minimize. I don't really have a reason not to. I think we should be able to take a helping-handed Astral Barrage, and even if we can't, we do have the ability just to swap into Urshifu, have Sucker Punch, and say, hey, you're locked out. It does obviously get a little awkward if they switch, but... Okay, so remember what I said about Helping Hand. So let's see if we can take that. I don't know if we can. We can't take that. We definitely cannot take that. Let's see the item. No, because I was going to say, if we bring out Ditto... Okay, so... I can bring out Urshifu here. It looks like it's Focus Sash. We can go for another Store Power. Or another Minimize. We do have Store Power. I really wish we had Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball would be really nice right now. I'm considering it just for Calyrex in the future of whatever. We are going to see, yeah. It is going to be Tapu Fini. So that's fine. We do have the ability just to Seismic Toss all day. Oh, you're going to Moonblast, aren't you? You're going to Moonblast. Sorry, Urshifu. You deserve better. That's fine. We will get a Tapu Fini of our own. It looks like you don't have anything to hit Chansey. So at this point, yeah, because Ditto's going to start struggling in 5 turns. So what? We are going to 4v1 this. As long as I KO everything that's not Calyrex, I feel fine. I do have Muddy Water. Muddy Water for accuracy drops. I'm going to go for Muddy Water for accuracy drops and go for a Seismic Toss onto the Wimmy. I think, yeah, we know that Tapu Fini doesn't have access to, like, Heal Pulse. So we can just try to, you know, KO everything that's not Calyrex. We saw Grass Knot, which actually suggests to me potentially Specs. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Like I said, if we can stall it out, we are going to see the Encore, which is going to miss, which is perfectly fine, which means that if we get Encore locked, it's going to be into Seismic Toss. We are going to see a Moonblast come out, probably into our Ditto, just trying to KO everything that's not named Chansey. Let's get that special attack drop. We will just start Seismic Tossing. And like I said, I think the plan at this point is to KO everything but Calyrex and then beat Calyrex in the endgame. Go for that. Go for This here, we do, now that I fixed this team, have max PP, and so it begins of KOing everything next to Calyrex. You are just trying to get a Helping Hand boost, which makes sense. Muddy Water. I mean, what you have in the back should be physical. I don't know why you wouldn't switch out into it. Because it has to be, right? It could be Instant. That's a big survive, as we will get another Seismic Toss off onto the Wimmy, right? Because what? You have to have something that can hit me. Unless it's it could be Tyranitar. Which, I mean, that I want to get rid of Wimmy because it has Helping Hand. Feeney's not really going to do anything. And then I actually could have gotten... No, I don't want to risk getting a +6 in the event that you... what's it called? Are able to deal with me effectively. Muddy Water is going to come out. So it looks like a regular attack. It looks like a straight Moonblast from Wimmy onto... Hey, we'll take the critical hit. We do get an accuracy drop. So if you miss, we get a double accuracy drop. We'll take that. Moonblast going to come out. It is going to miss on the Chansey. As the second Moonblast going to come out onto, looks like on the Feeny. So unfortunately, we are going to lose our Ditto. I'm guessing you have to have Tyranitar. Like, it just wouldn't make sense for you not to have it. If it's Ensign, that's actually really good, because that means that your damage is going to cause you to take recoil. So I have the option of soft boiling in your face. Tyranitar is scary because it can KO me. I feel like you wouldn't leave it back. You are going to bring up Calyrex, so we just start targeting into the Feeny. We know the Feeny can't do anything. Yeah, so we just go Seismic Toss here. I should set up one last, what's it called? Minimize at some point before we get the KO onto Tapu Fini, just because I want to make sure that whatever attacker you have in the back isn't going to... It's not going to like the situation that much. Because, yeah, we are at +4 evasion. We are... Yep, only at +4. I want to just go for one more minimize to do this. And then we can... Yeah, perfect. You're going to go for a protect. That's going to let me get up to +6. And then we can just start going for a Seismic Toss onto Chansey. I think that the Calyrex is choice locked, which would make sense. So we can just click, or no, not minimize. We can click Seismic Toss onto you, and then we play into timer, which like isn't really fun for anyone, but at the same time, it's fine. Psychic is gonna finally connect. It's gonna do decent chunk. Moonblast gonna miss. Let's see how much this Seismic Toss does onto Feeny. It looks like it can take one more and then gets knocked. Oh, it has a berry. So let's hit it for one more. I want to make sure to recover before, what's it called, knocking out the Feeny. So let's try to get a Seismic Toss off, then go for a Soft Boiled, and then go for the KO from there. And that way, whatever comes in, right, like I have no reason to care about Calyrex. Because Calyrex, like I said, I'm 95% sure it's choice locked, and it's going for Psychic. Psychic's not going to do that much. Feeny obviously not going to go down this turn, giving us the ability to soft boil before we can let whatever wants to switch in. And then we should, in theory, be able to win on timer. Moonblast going to come out. Seismic Toss, perfect. This should be... It's a good chip. And we can now go for a soft boiled. I'm guessing you have Instant, right? That's the only reason for you to play like this. Because you should have, if it was Tyranitar, you would bring it out. Rillaboom doesn't make sense. So, yeah, it just says to me that you have, what's it called? You have to have Instant. That I won't believe anything else. We have a Seismic Toss here. Also, I know that this is like peak what people want to see is me just talking about. It's just like there's nothing happening here. It's just me taking advantage of the fact that they can't hit Chansey because they've made this Pokemon this way. I'm gonna 4v1 it with a Chansey, and like that's fine. We are gonna finally see what they have in the back, as it is going to be It's Rillaboom. Rillaboom is scary. And also, I don't know why you wouldn't have brought that out earlier. Moonblast gonna miss. Yeah, Rillaboom is an interesting choice. You do have... Oh, because you have Woodhammer. What? I can Seismic Toss. I want to S-Toss and then probably just... I could Soft Boil to stall out the grassy terrain. Which is actually what I'm thinking. I'm thinking just go for a pure Soft Boiled with the idea that I want to stall out your terrain to reduce your damage output. And also making it so if you have to hit me with Woodhammer, you are not recovering as well. Fake Out gonna avoid. We will see the Psychic. It will hit. Going to do some decent chip, as we will be able just to straight Soft Boiled up. And like I said, I want to make sure that when you are dealing damage, it is going to be as little as possible, and I don't want you having the option to recover. Knockoff could be a little bit scary, but all things considered, I don't think it's the worst. Knockoff would actually be really scary as it is. Yep, going to be Grassy Glide. Going to do a pretty solid chunk, which is, yeah, why I want to just make sure to Soft Boil, reduce the amount of damage that Grassy Glide is doing to say, hey, if we have to play this out, I want to give myself the best odds. Yeah, let's keep Soft Boiling. I do obviously have to be a little bit cognizant of time because I can't let them win off timer because they have 2 Pokemon and I only have 1, which it looks like they might be pushing for now, which makes sense to start now. I could get really aggressive at this point. Oh, you're just going for Fake Out. Interesting. Okay, and you're not choice locked. Yeah, let's just start going for Seismic Toss. You're just trying to hit attacks as fast as possible. Or no, as slow as possible. Interesting. We will see Fake Out. That's fine. Astral Barrage, that's fine. You maybe are going for timer. Into the Rillaboom. Rillaboom probably can take, what, a couple of these? We do have to be cognizant because of Woodhammer. Oh, and perfect. Grass is gone. Now this is just straight up. When you hit me, I go for a Soft Boil the subsequent turn. You probably, yeah. I think this is the point where you start playing to timer. And I'm going to take a sip. We will see a Grassy Glide. Chansey is going to avoid. It's interesting you don't have Knockoff. It could be Woodhammer and U-turn. That actually did not do that much, which is a little bit unfortunate. It looks like it'll take like 3 more. Psychic comes out. Yeah, it's going to do nothing. Grassy Glide. Nope. We're just going to play the epitome of VGC. And quick. Chansey Stall. I'll make a timestamp for this of like when the stall starts if people want to, you know, just not engage with the rest of this. But Rillaboom is 2 hits from being KO'd, so we should from this point, yeah, we're pretty safe to just KO the Rillaboom after 1 more Grassy Glide, or not Grassy Glide, 1 more Seismic Toss. So we do this. We still have 5:33 on the clock, so there's no way that they're going to outstall me. Obviously, like I said, this is pretty pivotal, pretty height of VGC. I mean, props to them for playing it out. I still have a ton of PP. I'm just gonna spam Soft Boiled and not care. We can, boom, get the last Seismic Toss, and now, yeah, Calyrex, there's 0% chance it has more HP than a full HP Chansey. We can just keep hitting buttons and wait until the time expires. We just do this. And, I mean, you could just run. I would just run. Nope, we're gonna play it out. So I could let's talk about life. There's really not much to say. Jesus Christ, we're playing this out. I don't know, life is busy. Been getting back into things, been going to the gym, you know. That's been fun. Thinking about Series 11, I have some teams in mind. Will we continue to do Chansey stuff? Like, maybe. I really like Chansey. I know it makes like it makes me a degenerate person, but like I don't really care. I also should be playing to timer because I have so much more time than them. Oh wait, I have stored power. Why am I not just going for damage? I have a way to damage them, but like I'm not doing it because it's gonna be like leftovers Calyrex, and they're gonna be able to recover it, and I'm gonna feel really bad. I think it actually does like 10% to Calyrex at full, and I kind of want to just reveal it to be like, LOL, because this should actually do a decent chunk. You are guaranteed to get a Grass Knot. You hit something. Chansey is it's good damage. Stored power gonna come out onto Calyrex. It did more than they did to me. Actually, it did about the same, but we have recovery. We are gonna just keep seeing the Grass Knot happening, and like I said, peak VGC. I feel like Shadow Ball has to do more. I think Chansey gets Shadow Ball. I'm gonna just keep spamming the A button. You only have 2 minutes left on the clock, friend. I have 5, so protect. Yep, makes sense. I don't really have a reason to care where like I said, I'll put a timestamp of Chansey Stall begins, so people don't have to watch this. Or I mean, like, you can. It's me awkwardly ranting. I should just probably play the timer, but like this is kind of funny. Just this like slow suffering, which I signed up for by making this team, and like it's only fair that I kind of reap what I sow. And I said I'm gonna make this knowing it's gonna make not the best content, and we're gonna have a like 10-minute Chansey Stall. And I mean, because now my opponent's thinking, right? They're actually making decisions, whereas I'm like, okay, we're gonna just keep clicking the A button, and then once this is done, I'm just gonna keep clicking soft boiled until the timer. I could, like I said, timer stall, but this is slightly more interesting to me. We are in the 280s. Calyrex has way less HP than that. Let's get it into the orange. I hope this person is like having a good day, and I hope I didn't ruin it. I very well might have, which is possible. I do think double attacking Chansey is great for the reason of being able to hit into Calyrex, but at the same time, like, it doesn't really matter when you look at how little I do. Grass not gonna miss. We are going to get another stored power off. It works better with Calm Mind, because then you get +6 special attack and you're doing a lot more. Whereas, like, if you just do Calm Mind stored power, but then you don't hit Incin, and it's just like, Incin is a little bit more prevalent than Calyrex Shadow. So that's kind of why I went with doing the both option, to hit Calyrex Shadow and to hit Incin. But at the same time, like, it doesn't really matter. Let's go for a soft boiled here. My opponent, like I said, is choosing attacks, so they are actually doing stuff. They are going to get off another Grass Knot, so getting a little low there, a little dangerous. This is peak. I'm shocked we haven't seen the 3-minute warning. I feel like I've played so many other games where it comes up much sooner, but like we're not seeing it. I'm guessing you're gonna protect this turn. Whatever turn you protect, I can attack into you. Yeah, we're gonna see the protect here. So that means I can attack into you the next turn with stored power. Like, it really doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm providing common. Oh, there it is. Stored power. Huzzah! They're playing it out. Like, mad respect for that. Where it's just like, if someone's going to be a degenerate, you're going to be one right back. Stored power. Perfect. Let's get Calyrex into the yellow to be safe. We can hit that button. We're playing it out. We're seeing how many turns we can fit into 3 minutes. Boom, into Chansey. You're hitting them. You're hitting them. You're getting there. Sword power gonna come out. Are they in the yellow? Okay, perfect. I feel safe now. We should see that. We're getting a lot of turns in. This is really about rushing. I know some people are like, you know, when you see that timer, you want to stall it out. But we're playing it out as many turns as we can get. Should have gone for something else there. Yeah, I'm gonna go for another protect here, then not a protect, a stored power, probably then a soft boiled. So as we can see, if worse comes to worse and you're 1v1ing a Calyrex, you can attempt to stored power KO it. As I'm sure many of you have considered when using this team. with the correct rental. We're getting there. We are going to see, yep, the Protect coming out. That makes sense. Gonna recover some HP back. So yeah, to the person watching this, like, yeah, there's nothing to say. Starred power, it's not very effective, but you know, we're doing the thing. You only missed like a good amount of attacks. We are gonna get that up. Critical hit, big damage, big damage. Let's go for a soft boiled here. And then you could try and trick me. No. Oh, yeah, you did trick me. You went for an attack, you cheeky, cheeky dog. 60 seconds. We're getting there. Seeing how many turns we can get. We're going to see the Protect. Okay. We're going for the stored power. Can we get it into red? We definitely cannot. We go for another stored power. We have 2 stored powers left. We should, in theory, be able to get both, given how many turns we've seen. Stored power, please, come on. Critical hit into red. Critical hit into red. Oh, no, come on. One more turn. Last turn. Stored power, come on. Don't go for Protect. Let me get it. Let me get it. Like I said, peak VGC. Grass Knot. Gonna miss. Great. Boom. Stored power. Take you to red. Boom. I'll take that. And we'll end with a minimize. Or, yeah, we'll end with minimize. We're going to see another Grass Knot for one final turn. Yeah, I could have definitely talked about other things. Boop. On to Chansey. Nice. A victory is a victory is a victory. And you know what? For those of you that stuck it through it, we're going to play one more, just so we can end on something else, and I'll see all of you in the next one. All right. Last, well, of the Degenerate battles for the month, and it is a Perish Trap Kyogre team. It is Urshifu, Primarina, Rillaboom, Gothitelle, Marowak, and Kyogre. Urshifu is great here. Urshifu and Shedinja are awesome. Being able to pivot out, also being able to just break stuff is great. Chansey, not really too much. Groudon, and let's bring Feeny. Yeah, Shedinja being able to switch out is huge. Unfortunately, we don't have Taunt, but we kind of are really invalidating the Perish Trap option, right? Actually, it is... The scariest lead would be... No, I was going to say Primarina or Rillaboom, with the idea that you can fake out and then KO Urshifu, but if you're going for that, you're not able to do damage. So Urshifu, I think, in a really good spot overall, being able to hit really hard. We are going to see Primarina Rillaboom. Everything about this says you are going to go for a fake out onto my Urshifu and try and KO it. I very much would like to swap in a Tapu Fini. Yeah, let's swap in a Fini. I'm going to swap in a Groudon and go for a Will-O-Wisp onto you. I want to get a burn onto the Rillaboom, and I also want to make it so... what's it called? No, that was it. I could have ally switched. But yeah, I think if we can burn Rillaboom, Fini's in a good spot. We will have Precipice Blades. We will have just overall good damage. We will reduce what Primarina can do, which might just be a straight Perish Song. As, yep, we are going to see the fake out here. It should be a Moonblast into that slot as well. As Will-O-Wisp, awesome, going to connect onto the Rillaboom for some really great damage. Perish Song probably not going to be an option, as, yeah, Hyper Voice, perfect. Shouldn't do anything into Groudon. Did a little bit more than I would have liked. In all honesty, what do I care more about? I care way more about the Primarina. So I'm going to go for a Precipice Blades and Shadow Sneak onto the Primarina. Or I could Heat Crash. I'm going to Heat Crash on the... I'm gonna go for a protect and go for a shadow sneak onto. No, I'm gonna Precipice Blades and Ally Switch. That way, if you go for a Grassy Glide, we're fine. We are gonna see the swap. This could be into Goth. It is going to be into Ogre. Makes sense. Ogre is fine. Ogre is fine. We have, what's it called? We do have Primarina. I mean, not Primarina. They have Primarina. We do have, Feeny. So Feeny is great here. Precipice Blades double connects. Big damage. Oh, God. Oh. Beast mode. Absolute nuke. Groudon, gonna go down. A little unfortunate. What? We bring out... We've taken 1 KO. We can bring out Feeny here. Yeah, let's bring out Feeny. Yeah, Feeny is fine. Feeny has Grass Knot, so Grass Knot will definitely KO Ogre at this range. We can then threaten a just Shadow Sneaking onto the Primarina to try and KO it that way. And then once Primarina is gone, I feel really comfortable with our end position. Right, so we can go for a Shadow Sneak here as well as a Grass Knot onto the Ogre. We will outspeed with Primarina. That means we can KO the Ogre there. You could switch into Rillaboom, but that's honestly not a big deal. We're going to see a swap from Primarina, though, into Rilla, which is fine with me. As long as Kyogre doesn't protect. If Kyogre doesn't protect, we're in the clear. Because then we'll KO Ogre, and we should be perfect. Okay, no protect from the Ogre, which means that we are... Oh, that was... Okay, I didn't realize how that worked. That's fine. Okay, perfect. Did we already we haven't KO'd something for them. So they still have the Perished endgame. We do obviously have the Shedinja, which does not care really about much. We are also going to be recovering a pretty significant chunk of our HP between the leftovers and the Grassy Surge. So let's see what they bring out. Primarina is fine because we can just like deal with it that way. As yep, it is going to be Primarina. I want to try to KO. Let's go for a Shadow Sneak onto you and then go for a Protect onto the Feeny. Just trying to get as much HP back as possible. Obviously, if we can KO Primarina, we make it so you can't go for any sort of shenanigans. I don't think you'll live another one. Oh, you're calling an ally switch. Haha. Interesting. Okay. Do you switch into Goth? Interesting. Urshifu is bulky enough that it should be able to live a hit. I want to... Okay, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to Shadow Sneak you, and I'm going to bring out Urshifu. I'm going to bring out Urshifu here. I actually wasn't paying attention to the Perish count of if Shedinja... No, Primarina should definitely be slower. I need you to protect... We're going to see a Primarina swap. That's fine into... This should be Goth. It is going to be Goth. Goth is fine. I have the ability to swap out. Shadow Sneak going to break any sort of Focus Sash. Boom. Rillaboom is going to Woodhammer into Urshifu. 178. Perfect. Yeah, you're going to take nothing from that. We have a free switch out into Feeny. Yeah, we have a free Wicked Blow into the Goth slot. Okay, so I actually want to Shadow Sneak here and go for a Wicked Blow here. I don't want to... Oh, you have Fake Out. I know how this game works. I promise I know how this game works. I'm fine to keep Shedinja in here. We are going to see a fake out. Yep, into Urshifu. Who saw that one coming? Shadow Sneak onto Rillaboom. Good chip. Critical hit, that's why. Flinches. Woodhammer going to come out onto Urshifu. We are going to take that super well. We can now swap out. Yeah, we're going to swap into Feeny and try to KO Goth. Yeah, okay. That's what we want to do. We want to try to KO Goth and swap into Feeny. There probably have better ways to have done this. I can't... Yeah, I don't want to give up Shedinja. So we swap into Feeny here and Wicked Blow into this slot. You could switch out into Primarina. Switching out into Primarina means that you have a second chance at Intimidate. Or not Intimidate, at Fake Out. Goth, I don't think should outspeed Urshifu. Goth should not outspeed Urshifu, and there's no chance it lives a Wicked Blow. There's 0% chance. We should be able to take... We should be able to take a hit. Oh, and we're getting rid of Grassy Terrain because we're switching Primarina or Tapu Fini, which is great. We are going to see the swap. Perfect. This is going to be yep, Primarina there. We then will be able to swap into Feeny. Feeny will be able to beat Primarina in the endgame, and then this Wicked Blow should pretty aggressively deal with this Goth. Unless Goth, you know, Gothitelle could have a way of dealing with me. Yeah, that's your goodbye. Goodbye. Was nice to know you. We have a free, yeah, we have a free swap in into what's it called? Into Shedinja from Urshifu, and that means that you can't, yeah, you can't win the end game because of the fact that you can't touch Shedinja, and then yeah, and I think because of the fact that we have terrain. Because we have terrain, we're fine. Yeah, Urshifu will be able just to clean this up. We can protect Feeny. Protect Feeny. I'm going to Grass Knot here and swap into Shedinja. This, I think, is probably our best bet. As, yeah, they are going to cancel because they do recognize just the writing on the wall. So, overall, I think a really good last battle. I think I'm really glad that we were able to have matches where it's not just like full degeneracy. Shedinja obviously was a very good option into that match, being able to switch out of Perish Song and, or not Perish Song, out of Shadow Tag and just like dealing with a lot of stuff, getting the Will-O-Wisp burn, and then Urshifu for the pure damage, being able to hit through Protect. Feeny just offering really good support into Primarina and Kyogre, and then Groudon. Groudon got damage in. Groudon did something. Particularly making it so Feeny could KO Kyogre. Otherwise, Kyogre would have been able to force the Perish endgame with Shedinja and Urshifu, which... I mean, I could have just kept... No, because you would have had Fake Out with Rillaboom. But overall, a really fun time with this team. I'm glad we got to highlight some stuff. We will be using something else tomorrow, or the next episode, so look forward to that. And remember to keep commenting. And until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.